With the Crawford versus Madrimov fight nearing, Crawford is throwing words at Madrimov's corner.
I didn't fault people with good footwork before. Elusiveness, I didn't fault people, that's elusiveness. So, you know, it's just a part of me.
Particularly telling Madrimov that he's going to hurt him, this comes after he tells Eddie Hearn that he is going to break his heart when he beats Madrimov.
You know, if I can go again, my heart's been broken before, and you know, you done it. You broke my heart in Glasgow once, break it again, longer. So
well, it's getting interesting, so let's catch you up. Now, this matchup has been building up with intense moments, making it one of the most exciting events of the year. However, the tension reached new heights after Crawford and Madrimov exchanged heated words. Crawford, known for his calm demeanor, surprised everyone with a bold threat. "I will hurt you," he said, pointing directly at Madrimov. However, Madrimov, ever the silent one, did not reply to Crawford's threats.
Boxing as well against Crawford, so there's a lot of fights to make for Crawford, and I think His Excellency and Riyadh season have plans beyond August 3rd, and it's our job to try and derail them.
Both fighters have been intensely preparing for this bout. Crawford, with his impeccable record and multiple world titles, has been seen pushing himself to the limit. His training camp in Colorado Springs has been rigorous, with a focus on speed, strength, and strategy. Crawford's trainer, Brian McIntyre, emphasized the importance of maintaining top physical condition and refining techniques to counter Madrimov's unique style.
Part of me, you know, dictating what I want to do in the ring and taking away the things that he like to do.
On the other hand, Madrimov, the young and hungry contender from Uzbekistan, has been training in his homeland. His camp has been just as intense, with a significant focus on power and endurance. Madrimov's coach, Dmitry Ivanov, has been working on his footwork and defensive maneuvers, ensuring that he can withstand Crawford's powerful punches.
You know, after victory, I'm very happy. My family happy, my country, you know, and then this moment, my time.
Terence Crawford's last fight against Sean Porter was a testament to his skill and determination. Crawford won by TKO in the 10th round, showcasing his ability to adapt and dominate in the ring. This victory solidified his status as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. And that is not even mentioning the Errol Spence win.
Yes, exactly. It's Crawford, my best boxer. And this moment, pound-for-pound #1.
Madrimov, on the other hand, had an impressive performance against Michel Soro. Their fight was marked by Madrimov's relentless aggression and powerful punches, leading to a controversial stoppage in the 9th round. This victory proved that Madrimov is not to be underestimated and that he has the potential to challenge the very best.
Jab, footwork, and counter-punching ability must be on point to neutralize Madrimov's advances. On the other hand, Madrimov must leverage his agility, switch stances effectively.
The build-up to this fight has been marked by numerous back-and-forth exchanges between Crawford and Madrimov. At a recent media event, Madrimov confidently stated, "Crawford is good, but he's not unbeatable. I have the tools to take him down." Crawford, not one to back down, responded, "Madrimov is strong, but he's never faced someone like me. I'm faster, smarter, and I'll prove it in the ring."
I believe in God, and God does everything at the time that it has to be done, and I'll do everything possible, what I can to win this fight.
Their promoters have also played a role in hyping up the fight. Bob Arum, Crawford's promoter, described the matchup as a clash of titans, while Madrimov's promoter, Eddie Hearn, promised fans a fight they'll never forget. Speaking of Eddie Hearn and Crawford's heated word jabs in their corner, it is just recently that we witnessed an interesting conversation between Crawford and Eddie Hearn. Hearn had a different view on the matter when he responded to the tension by saying, "My heart's been broken before." His was a direct reference to past events where Crawford had bested fighters promoted by Hearn.
my heart's been broken before, and you know, you done it. You broke my heart in Glasgow once.
Hearn talked about previous encounters, stating, "You broke my heart in Glasgow once, with Ricky Burns and with Julius Ndongo, so hopefully we can reverse the roles this time." These references showed two big moments in their shared history. In March 2014, Crawford defeated Ricky Burns in Glasgow, and in August 2017, he also triumphed over Julius Ndongo, who was co-promoted by Hearn.
As a pro, he's got no battle scars in the professional game. He's at 100% peak in his career right now. Strong, young, like mentally believes in himself. So
these bouts were crucial in establishing Crawford's reputation as a formidable opponent and served as heartbreaks for Hearn. Currently, the focus is on Crawford's potential bout against Israil Madrimov, a fighter who Hearn believes in strongly. Hearn asserted, "As I said, all the respect and credit, but let's make one thing clear. They know it. This guy Madrimov is for real, and Bomac is absolutely right. Madrimov is the best 154 pounds fighter in the world." Hearn's confidence in Madrimov signifies a high-stakes match where both promoters have much on the line. Crawford, never one to back down, responded with confidence, saying, "Your heart's gonna be broken again?" This remark indicates Crawford's unwavering belief in his abilities and his readiness to face Madrimov.
he may be fighting Canelo Alvarez. You know, our guy, Jaron Ennis, is probably one of the biggest fights in boxing as well against Crawford. So there's a lot of fights to make for Crawford. And
Crawford, with an impressive record of 40 wins and 31 knockouts, is moving up from welterweight 147 pounds to junior middleweight 154 pounds. Crawford has been dominant in the welterweight division, but his opponents in recent years have been less challenging. Many critics argue that Crawford's opponents at 147 were past their prime, making this transition to a higher weight class even more daunting.
Yeah, I think Crawford's a smaller opponent, but you can't criticize his skills. His skills, his speed, it's unbelievable. But I don't know, I think that'll be a good payday for Crawford.
Israil Madrimov presents a new kind of challenge. Madrimov, with a record of 10 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw, is known for his power and skill. This fight will be Crawford's first test at 154 pounds against a top-tier opponent. And despite his incredible track record, Crawford has not faced someone of Madrimov's caliber in many years, possibly not since his fight against Victor Postol in 2016. And it's with this that Crawford might be at a disadvantage here. Crawford's move up in weight without fighting a top contender first could be risky. It's often suggested that a fighter should ease into a new weight class by fighting a less dangerous opponent before facing a champion. In Crawford's case, fighting Madrimov immediately might be too much, too soon.
I won when started pro debut. I won as a big name. This moment is coming.
Hearn has even pointed out that Crawford's choice to jump straight into a fight with Madrimov, combined with a long layoff of over a year, could spell trouble. If Crawford loses, there will be significant criticism about his decision to skip a proper warm-up fight at 154 pounds and the extended break from the ring. And this could also bring possible excuses and future opportunities issues. If Crawford struggles or loses against Madrimov, he might have a few excuses ready. Crawford could argue that he needed more time to adjust to the new weight class and that the long layoff affected his performance. These reasons might help soften the blow of a loss and could still keep him in line for a big fight, such as a potential match against Canelo Alvarez.
Everybody keeps bringing up Canelo. I think that's weird, because you'd have to gain 20 pounds?
Yeah.
But they say that's the money fight. That's the mega fight. That's the money fight. That's the only thing that makes sense for Terence Crawford.
Well, catch weight. We can do something that'll catch.
Even if Crawford loses, his name still holds quite some weight in the sport. This means that despite a potential setback against Madrimov, he might still be considered for high-profile fights in the future due to his reputation and past achievements. Eddie Hearn has emphasized the threat Madrimov poses. Madrimov is a strong, skilled fighter from Eastern Europe with impressive movement, a high ring IQ, and a powerful punch. His style has been compared to a smaller version of Gennady Golovkin, known for his explosive punches from unconventional angles.
Amateur pedigree as well. This is a real fight, and we like our spot in this fight. Overlooked, the underdog, but with Uzbek power, and he's ready to knock Terence Crawford out in Los Angeles.
Hearn describes Madrimov as having a tremendous engine and being dangerous at all times. His power and skill could cause problems for Crawford, especially if Crawford struggles to adapt to the increased weight and power of his opponent. Madrimov's punches are hard and could end the fight early if Crawford is not prepared to handle them. There are concerns about Crawford's preparation for this fight. After a long break, Crawford's training might not be up to the task. Sure, he has been working with Andre Ward, but Ward is a retired fighter who did not even seem to be in prime shape. This choice of sparring partner raises doubts about how effectively Crawford can prepare for Madrimov's specific challenges.
Crawford's an outstanding fighter. Make no mistake, Israil Madrimov is a big underdog in this fight, but he's a live underdog. Someone that is very comfortable and confident in that ring, believes in himself, believes that victory is upon him.
Given Crawford's financial resources from his last fight against Errol Spence, he could have hired better-suited sparring partners from Eastern Europe to mimic Madrimov's style. The use of an out-of-shape American fighter like Ward could be seen as a sign of overconfidence or inadequate preparation. Well, even with all this, we are sure of one thing. As Naoya Inoue and Alexander Usyk have shown their expertise by claiming titles across different weight classes, Terence Crawford is now on a path to join their ranks by becoming a three-weight undisputed champion. Crawford's journey starts with the fight against Israil Madrimov. While the possibility of a loss is actually worrying, a win would not only secure the WBA junior middleweight title for Crawford, but also the WBO interim belt. This victory could pave the way for a title shot against Sebastian Fundora, the current WBO world champion who also holds the WBC strap. Achieving this would mean that Crawford could potentially become the unified super welterweight champion within just 2 fights, with the IBF title, currently held by Bakram Murtazaliyev, being the only major title left to acquire. Crawford's status as one of the top pound-for-pound boxers adds to the excitement around his quest for history. But he faces a challenging opponent in Madrimov, who is determined to retain his title. However, if we're being honest, Israil Madrimov is no easy opponent. Despite Crawford being the clear favorite in this fight, with bookmakers giving him odds of around a 1 out of 7 for victory, Madrimov is a formidable champion who will not give up his title easily. As an unbeaten fighter, Madrimov has shown skill and resilience in his career, and he will be looking to make a statement by defeating one of boxing's elite.
Fantastic shot.
One of Madrimov's potential strategies is to take advantage of Crawford's recent inactivity. Crawford has not fought frequently in recent years, with several high-profile fights failing to materialize. Since his last bout against Errol Spence in July 2023, Crawford has had only 1 fight per year for the past 5 years, starting from his bout against Egidijus Kavaliauskas in December 2019. His other fights during this period include matches against Kell Brook, Sean Porter, and David Avanesian. This lack of frequent fighting might introduce ring rust, especially as Crawford approaches his 37th birthday in September. Moving up to a heavier weight class at this stage in his career adds another layer of challenge. While Crawford has managed to secure stoppage wins against his recent opponents, the extended layoff could affect his performance against a sharp and active fighter like Madrimov.
No, unbeaten, a three-weight world champion. You would have watched his fight against Errol Spence, which was supposed to be a 50-55 Israel, and then he dominated Errol Spence.
In contrast, Madrimov has been more active, with 4 fights since December 2021. His most recent performance in March, where he defeated Magomed Kurbanov to become a world champion, was particularly impressive. This recent success and sharper form could provide Madrimov with an edge in the fight against Crawford. His experience and recent performances at 154 pounds could help him exploit any weaknesses or rust that might be present in Crawford's game. To secure a victory and cause an upset, Madrimov will need to capitalize on Crawford's possible ring rust and adjust to the new weight class. Madrimov's strategy might include using his sharpness and experience to pressure Crawford and exploit any signs of inactivity. His ability to maintain a high work rate and deliver powerful punches could be crucial in this fight. And this is possible. Madrimov's previous success in the ring suggests he has the skills and determination needed to challenge Crawford effectively. By leveraging his recent activity and physical conditioning, he can aim to push Crawford to his limits and potentially take advantage of any mistakes or lapses in performance. Well, to perfectly compete with a fighter of Crawford's caliber, Madrimov must also focus on his own strengths. One of his key assets is his punching power. Madrimov has demonstrated that he can deliver powerful and accurate shots, which could be crucial in this fight. His punches are not just powerful, but also well-placed, allowing him to capitalize on openings effectively.
A lot more layered. I think he's a lot more conscious of what he's doing. Yeah.
The fact that it's even a discussion
Another advantage for Madrimov is his solid defensive skills. His experience in the amateur ranks has equipped him with a strong defensive foundation, which can help him avoid Crawford's sharp shots. Additionally, Madrimov's footwork is comparable to Crawford's, providing him with the mobility needed to navigate the ring and potentially evade some of Crawford's attacks. At 29 years old, Madrimov is in his prime and possesses youthful energy and stamina. His self-belief is also a crucial factor. He is confident in his ability to defeat Crawford and is mentally prepared for the challenge. Madrimov's extensive experience both as an amateur and in his professional career further supports his readiness. He has fought in high-stakes situations before, which has honed his ability to handle pressure.
You know, and at the same time, be at the top on my game as well. I always tell everybody I never go in the ring looking for the knockout, but if I smell blood and it's there, he out of there.
In a recent statement, Madrimov touched on his experience and preparation. Experience-wise, yes, I have 10 professional fights, but it's a high quality. All 10 were WBA fights. All 10 were 12-rounders against stiff opposition. I have more than 200 international amateur fights, so overall, over 300 amateur fights. I have experience fighting everyone around the world, Madrimov said. His extensive background provides him with the resilience and skill needed to face Crawford. Despite being the underdog, Madrimov has a puncher's chance in this fight. In boxing, a single powerful punch can change the course of a bout, and Madrimov certainly has the power to deliver such a punch. And although Crawford has never been knocked down in his career, the possibility of Madrimov landing a decisive shot cannot be dismissed. Madrimov's promoter, Eddie Hearn, believes in Madrimov's punching power. Madrimov is the best 154 pounder in the world. I really believe that, Hearn stated. Terence came straight out the gate and he wanted all the champions. His Excellency Turki Alalshik reached out to me. We made the fight, the main event on a huge card, but as I said to him, every fighter gets old. Every fighter steps up one weight class too many. Now at this point, we can all agree that Terence Crawford is a highly accomplished boxer with a reputation for targeting the biggest challenges in the sport. And despite this imminent challenge, Crawford's thoughts are already directed toward a potential bout with the legendary Saul Canelo Alvarez. Crawford, just hours ago, revealed that he is still eyeing a move up to the super middleweight division to face Canelo. Crawford's focus on this high-profile fight highlights his ambition to cement his legacy in boxing while also securing a significant financial reward. Canelo, widely recognized as one of the sport's biggest stars, represents a more appealing target for Crawford compared to Jaron "Boots" Ennis, the IBF welterweight champion.
I want to leave a legacy that's never been left before. You know, inside and outside the ring, business.
Crawford's statement about prioritizing a fight with Canelo over a bout with Ennis shows his strategic approach to his career. Where I'm at right now, I'm looking at the fight that makes the most sense. And that's not Boots Ennis, Crawford explained. Canelo's going to mean way more to my legacy, to my bank account, because at the end of the day, when boxing is done with, what will we have? I want to have a legacy that's something that people talk about for the ages. Not only that, but I want to have a bank account that will last for ages as well. Crawford's focus on legacy and financial security reflects his understanding of the sport's dynamics. A fight with Canelo would not only enhance Crawford's legacy by adding a high-profile victory, but also massively boost his earnings. Canelo Alvarez is a global superstar with a massive following, and a match against him would be a landmark event in Crawford's career.
Minded, just helping the young fighters coming up, you know, giving them that courage and all that the fighters before me never gave to us, you know, and at the same time, be at the top of my game as well.
However, before he can turn his attention to a potential bout with Canelo, Crawford must first navigate his fight against Madrimov. Crawford will attempt to win the WBA junior middleweight title at 154 pounds, adding another prestigious belt to his collection. This move follows his successful defense of his welterweight titles against Errol Spence, solidifying his status as one of boxing's elite fighters. The potential bout with Canelo is contingent on several factors, including Crawford's performance against Madrimov and future negotiations. Crawford acknowledged the uncertainty of his post-Madrimov plans, saying, could be, we will have to see, one fight at a time. This cautious approach suggests that while Canelo is a major goal, Crawford remains focused on his immediate challenge.
We've got to get him in the fights. We've got to get him undisputed at 47. He can move up. I want to see him fight Terence Crawford. You know, I mean, that's a fight that's been talked about, and Terence will only take that fight if it's big enough.
Jaron Ennis, as the IBF welterweight champion, represents a significant challenge for Crawford. However, Crawford's decision to prioritize a fight with Canelo over Ennis reflects his desire to maximize both his career impact and financial rewards. Ennis, while a formidable fighter, does not offer the same level of legacy-building opportunity or financial benefit as a bout with Canelo. Crawford has also faced challenges and frustrations in recent years. He had hoped to avoid a lengthy layoff between fights but was constrained by contractual obligations and the outcome of his rematch with Spence. I was a little frustrated at first, but at the same time, there's nothing I can do. I was contracted to the rematch, Crawford noted. When the anticipated rematch did not materialize, Crawford was left in a period of uncertainty. This situation allowed him to explore other opportunities, ultimately leading to his fight against Madrimov. Crawford's deal with Riyadh Season and Turki Al-Sheikh was structured on a fight-by-fight basis, providing him with flexibility but also contributing to the uncertainty surrounding his career. But will he be up to the task? What do you think? Remember to like and subscribe before you share your thoughts. See you in the next update.